The following is a New Year's address by the Reverend Dr. C.B. Moss, President of the Bain Grantstown Advancement Association.
Good evening. We trust that you have enjoyed a Merry Christmas and are looking forward to a healthy, prosperous, and happy New Year. This address is primarily to the residents of Bain Grantstown, also known as Over the Hill, and by extension to all residents of the Bahamas. Bain Grantstown is the oldest and largest urban area in the nation and is bordered on the west by Nassau Street, on the east by Collins Wall, and on the north by Shirley Street, and on the south by Poinciana Drive, Wolf Road. Bain Grantstown is the birthplace and home of much that is considered authentically Bahamian over the past 150 years. It has produced the majority of leaders in many spheres of our society, including politics, religion, business, culture, and the sports. Because of its history and culture, Bain Grantstown is known as the heart and soul of the Bahamas. Unfortunately, Bain Grantstown has been woefully neglected by governments for many decades, greatly contributing to a community that is obviously in crisis. This has been a tragedy of great proportions, and sadly, it continues today. Following years of appeal and praying for concrete action by the government, progressive residents and supporters have taken matters into our own hands by assuming a far greater degree of responsibility and authority for our own community's advancement. Local institutions and programs have been established to move our district forward until the long-awaited full local government is instituted in New Providence. My brothers and sisters, 2014 was, by all accounts, a very bad year for the entire Bahamas, but especially for Bain Grantstown, where great suffering was experienced and poverty increased. I will list a few of these areas. The economy. The now 6-year economic slump has devastated the already distressed communities in Bain Grantstown, with little meaningful state programs to cushion the impact. The unemployed and the working poor are reeling from the onslaught of high food and other prices and unbearable electricity costs. Indeed, hundreds of Bain Grantstown residents are today living without electricity in their homes. Crime and violence has ravaged Bain Grantstown with little progressive plans to address the scourge. Crime must be fought on many fronts and not only in the area of law enforcement. Legal and illegal bars and gambling houses are everywhere, along with illicit drug houses, all attracting undesirable patrons, often resulting in violence. The enforcement of laws, including immigration and environmental laws, and the building codes are virtually non-existent. Crumbling infrastructure. Being one of the oldest settled areas in New Providence, the infrastructure in parts of the district still reflect the days of times long past. Outdoor toilets dot the landscape. Access to potable water is poor. Streets and roads are broken and riddled with potholes. Parks are dilapidated. Abandoned vehicles and other debris litter the landscape, creating an environmental blight. Value-added tax. While the need for governments to introduce new tax measures from time to time is acknowledged, this tax is particularly annoying and burdensome for a number of reasons. VAT is a consumption tax, and it will have a greater negative impact on the lower socioeconomic group, pushing many families over the edge. This burdensome tax was necessary because over the years, governments failed to exercise fiscal responsibility and failed greatly in collecting current taxes. This begs the question, will this tax fare any better? A tax on personal and corporate income would have been a fairer and simpler form of taxation. My brothers and sisters, in an effort to address some of the economic, social, and other ills, the Bay and Grantstown Advancement Association continued a number of programs and introduced several in 2014, including in education, a community library has been established and is being expanded. Thousands of volumes of books are in stock and more are being added daily. An after-school program where primary school students are assisted with their homework as well as with social skills and discipline training. In conjunction with the Mount Olive Baptist Church, a very successful computer skills training program is ongoing. To date, hundreds of adults have been trained. Cultural. A cultural extravaganza was held recently with the entertainment being provided by residents and former residents of Bay and Grantstown. Proceeds from the event are earmarked for community projects. A museum was established to receive and display artifacts and historical documents and items, especially relative to Bay and Grantstown. Community. A crisis counseling center was launched to provide assistance to residents suffering from mental, spiritual, physical, and other abuses, addiction, and economic crisis. Seminars and workshops were held in parental skills training, HIV/AIDS prevention, crime and violence, and value-added tax introduction. Heroes Week celebrations were held when residents selected community heroes of Bay and Grantstown for recognition and honor. Residents of Bay and Grantstown, 2015 will bring its own challenges to be added to the problems of 2014. The Bay and Grantstown Advancement Association, while continuing all existing programs, will launch new and innovative projects in an effort to re-establish Bay and Grantstown as an exciting, thriving, safe, and progressive district. These plans include a major environmental project for the district, opening of a local craft market, convening a tourism conference, holding a major health fair, producing a plan to address illegal immigration, a summit on crime and violence, and a job placement service for the unemployed. Also, a district newsletter. Partnerships. We are extremely pleased to announce that the collaboration with private and public sector groups has brought significant results. Some of the private sector groups include the Bahamas Christian Council, Bahamas Against Crime, and the Association of Bahamian Architects. However, it is the partnering with the central government that has brought us great satisfaction, as we have been reaching out to them for a long time, especially the Ministry of Tourism, which we hope will respond soon. The following are some of the achievements. With the Ministry of Education, over the last several years, the Bay and Grantstown Advancement Association has held meetings with the Ministry of Education and worked along with area schools to improve the overall quality of the education provided to our children. We intend to intensify this effort. The Ministry of Agriculture. Several years ago, the Ministry of Agriculture supported our urban farming project, assisting us in establishing a thriving group of backyard farmers. The ministry will be approached to expand this project. The Ministry of Social Services. Officials of the ministry have collaborated with us in staging parental skills training seminars as well as providing relevant printed materials. Clients of our Crisis and Counseling Center are also being referred to the ministry where appropriate. The Ministry of Works. We are currently discussing a partnership with the Ministry of Works in order to refurbish and upgrade several of the parks in the Bain Grantstown district. Much more will be heard about this. Residents of Bain Grantstown, as we step into this new year, we do so with the knowledge that the many challenges for our district will continue. However, with faith in God, confidence in ourselves, and working together, we will realize our dreams. So let's join hands and work together toward a better 2015. Thank you and good night. God bless Bain Grantstown. God bless the Bahamas.
The proceeding was a New Year's address by the Reverend Dr. C.B. Moss, President of the Bain Grantstown Advancement Association.